I'm gonna be doing a bunch of streams because I gotta catch up. So, like I said before, during the weekday, I probably won't be doing many videos due to the fact that they changed my shift. I'm trying to get back on my regular shift. But nevertheless, I just wanted to talk about what happened with Jonathan Majors. And the reason why I'm calling this video Black December, because it appears for the second year in a row, heading towards the end of the year, when you have what you would call a high profile court case, basically the jury got it wrong. And I did not know Jonathan Majors had a 6-person jury. What happened to judge by 12 then carried by 6? But I would like to see what these jurors look like, because like I said before, it's starting to look like 1955 again. Now, in all likelihood, Jonathan Majors will not do any jail time, but this court case was a travesty. Overwhelming evidence that Grace Jabari was the aggressor and the person that basically incited basically the whole incident. And basically they had footage of her going to party and questionable behavior from her, but yet this was all about, once again, this was all about Jonathan Majors. I don't know what was going on with the prosecutor, but they and the city of New York, but they seemed and had an end for Jonathan Majors. And this court case was bunk. It was bunk as hell. Jonathan Majors got railroaded. This was a clear case of misjustice that I've ever seen. It's an old saying, when you black, you are guilty till proven guilty. If you're accused of it, you did it. They had video footage, overwhelming footage, testimony, and this man still got convicted. So let me get this straight. Somebody take your property, because he pretty much got convicted for taking his property back. And the real reason why he got convicted for being with a Caucasian woman and being black. Now, I know it's going to be some people gloating, making videos. Of course, the usual racists going to be happy and gloating that Jonathan Majors got convicted. And then, of course, the black man haters, you know who I'm talking about. Well, we don't feel sorry for him because he shouldn't have been dating a white woman anyway, while you laid up in the bed with a white man or any other form of a non-black man. But, it is what it is. But it didn't shock me. And once again, for the second year in a row, you have what you call a bunk and basically travesty of a court case, of a trial. Because just last year with Tory Lanez, that court case and trial was a joke. Megan Thee Stallion told several lies. She pretty much lied on the stand. She gave a fake statement, which we all know to a certain degree, which the case is over with. So we could talk about it now. We all know who shot Megan Thee Stallion, and it wasn't Tory Lanez. No video proof, no audio proof, no witnesses that saw that dude, even though he got really convicted for something else. They wasn't able to prove that he was the one that was the trigger man. But like I said before, we all know who shot Megan Thee Stallion. We all know who did it. We all know who was the shooter, but then people were so fixated on whatever it was, feminists and protect black women and all this stuff. Well, Megan needed to be protected from another black woman, in which Megan Thee Stallion pretty much gaslighted and started everything, which led to the fight, because basically she backdoored her own friend. Now, at the end of the day, Tory Lanez was just, well, he got caught up in some nigga stuff. Niggas gonna be niggas though. But at the end of the day, do he deserve to be in jail for something that he didn't do. And then you had people, like I said, that didn't want to look at the facts of the case. They was not able to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that Tory Lanez was the trigger man. And it was just a joke. This was a court case where many people believed, based off lack of evidence and so much circumstantial evidence, that Tory Lanez was going to walk. You had attorneys, people who practice law for a living, who were predicting this is almost an open and shut case that Tory Lanez is going to walk. And they were shocked when they found him guilty. And then Megan Thee Stallion, since this happened, she's proven to be not a good person. Not a good person, period. Not a good person of judgment, not a good person of character. But then you had these emotional goofball women trying to make this about something that it really wasn't. And all I was doing was seeking the truth and trying to relay the truth to people. And people didn't want to hear what I had to say because it was all about putting Tory Lanez behind bars. It was all about a conviction. It wasn't about justice. It was just the case. It was just about getting a conviction. If you're a black man, you should be very scared what transpired. So, but the Jonathan Majors, I don't really want to dig deep into the situation. Y'all already know what time it was with the Jonathan Majors thing. The fix was in from the start. Now, keep in mind, this woman, Grace Jabari, was arrested, and the district attorney threw it out because she didn't care about what Grace Jabari did. This was a person that was just hell bent on getting a conviction on Jonathan Majors. And now Jonathan Majors' career is over, destroyed, ruined, done. He's already been fired from Marvel. He's been dropped from several film projects, which I don't think is fair. But as I said before, Ezra Miller was allowed to do everything under the sun, and he still kept his job as the Flash, even though that movie flopped at the box office. But still, overwhelming evidence that Jonathan Majors was innocent of what he was being accused of. But hey, the hell with facts, the hell with logic. So I guess if it makes sense, then obviously it doesn't make sense, because I need somebody to logically explain to me how in the hell did that man get convicted. They had video evidence. Unlike Tory Lanez, they had video, audio evidence, testimony, pre-testimony, statements that this person was the aggressor. Took his phone. And most people know, keep in mind, pretty much anywhere, if you have a situation with a person and they take your phone, refuse to give it to you, that's an arrest within itself, because they consider that a form of kidnapping, because you prevented a person from trying to call law enforcement. If you stand in front of a door and prevent somebody from leaving, especially in California, when they are trying to leave, which in reverse, depending on who you are, they can still try to say that's assault, but technically it's a form of kidnapping. If I'm a dude, my girlfriend is trying to leave, or my wife, or whatever, domestic partner is trying to leave, I stand in front of the door and prevent them from leaving. That is a form of kidnapping. Same with a woman. If she stands in front of the door while you are trying to leave, she grabs you and refuses to let you leave, that is a form of kidnapping. But like I said before, nobody cares. Nobody cares about the truth. I mean, like I said, I just was like, wow. So this is where we are as a society. We don't listen to logic. We ignore evidence. We ignore the burden of proof. I thought justice was about seeking the truth. So like I said, this kind of reminds me of what they tried to do to Snoop Dogg. Many years ago. It was clearly a case of self-defense. It was an open and shut case of self-defense, but yet they put the man on trial. Because you had a DA, a district attorney that was trying to make a name for themselves, that had it in for rappers and black men, and put him on trial when it was clearly an act of self-defense. But there you have it. But Jonathan Majors, I don't know how he's gonna recover from this. Like I said before, he's lost everything pretty much. Now let's see where Megan is. Excuse me, Megan. I was almost said Megan Thee Stallion. I was about to say Megan Good. Let's see if it's really good with Megan Good, but I don't even want to make this about her. I hope she really supports him through this time of need and this time of tragedy, because it's a tragedy because his career has just went down the drain, and unfairly at that. But at the end of the day, this is what you call cancel culture, where everybody is better than everybody. Nobody is allowed to make a mistake. I don't think he should lose everything because of what happened. There's people that have done far worse than him. Sean Penn used to go around on a regular basis beating the hell out of reporters and doing all kind of stuff. But his career never suffered, even though media wasn't what it was then, what it is now. But still, there you have it. It's a joke. But anyway, you guys, I'll be back with more. Just about to take a 10-minute breather because, like I said, I got to get these videos out the way. But very unfortunate what happened to Jonathan Majors. So I'm just keep him in my prayers. Hopefully somebody takes a chance and give him a chance to let him redeem himself. But we'll see. Anyway, this is your boy Tam.